Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm actually going to be talking about pad drivers. And before I get there, I just wanted to introduce you all to my little friend here, Billy. This is Billy. Billy, say hello to the nice people. Billy is a new addition to our family, and we actually had dogs for 15 years, and then a couple of years ago, over a period of a couple of years, we actually ended up we had 3 dogs, and then one by one they passed away. We actually rescued another dog in the middle there, so in the end we actually did put 4. We had to bury 4 doggies, and that was very hard, obviously, for us. And it's been almost exactly 2 years since the last doggie, who was a Lhasa Shih Tzu, that passed away, and we didn't intend to get another doggie, but anyway, here we are. We did get another doggie, and this is a Lhasa Shih Tzu as well. He's about 15 months old, almost 16 months, I guess. And we're very, very glad we got him. It was just time, I guess. And he's a really sweet little guy. He's very cuddly and a lot of fun. He's got things to learn yet, but he's pretty young. He had to be rehomed because where he was, he's been rehomed twice actually. The last people couldn't keep him because he wouldn't. The older dog they had wouldn't tolerate him around, so they had to find a new home. And the people before that, I guess, they had to move, and where they were moving, they couldn't keep him. So we're about his 4th home from when he was born, and then we're the 4th home. And but anyway, he's settling in, and he's a lot of fun. We're really glad we got him. So that's Billy. So let's talk about pad drivers. I had a request. Somebody private messaged me a few days ago and asked me what pad driver I use, and I realized I've never actually done a video where I've talked about different pad drivers, and what I found is pros and cons, and some definitely work better than others for various reasons. But we'll talk first of all about this one right here. This is actually the first pad driver I got with my MD180, which is actually made by Clean Fix. And this was the pad driver that, let's see if I can get it in the light here so you can really see it. There we go. The pad driver that I got with it, and it's a really skookum. I've never seen one like this before. It is definitely a really good pad driver, but it has one, it's really heavy. It's surprisingly heavy. There's really quite a substance to it, and so and I used that for many, many years, and it works fine. Never an issue. This is under my Rotary, by the way, just so you know. This is mostly I'm going to be talking about Rotary machines. But then I've purchased 1, 2, 3, 4 of the MD180s over the years. Yes, 4 of them, because I got 4 pad drivers I can see. The next machine that I bought, the pad driver they sent me, was this one here, and that's identical to the one that's right there, which has not been used, and I'll show you why. When I got this, I thought, oh, this is nice, because it's definitely a lot lighter than the original one. But the little teethies here, they started breaking off very rapidly, and I only got a few months out of this thing. And you can see the teeth a lot of them are missing. And what happens after a while is it started to, on certain carpets, it would start to spin on the pad. And obviously the pad driver is a bad design. It is quite a lot lighter than the original design, but and a little bit thinner, which is fine. But the teeth breaking off was a very bad thing, so a failure. And this one right here, this is a new one off my newest machine that they sent me. I was hoping that the new pad driver would be better, but no, this is still the one that they said are sold with it. But so this one's actually never been used, because I realized it'll just start, these little teeth will start tearing off pretty quickly. So unfortunately, that's not a good pad driver. But what I did is I made a pad driver. This was my answer as I went and I bought this is a Malish, made by Malish, made in USA. I don't know if you can see that, but right there. This is so this is the pad driver, and that I peeled off the original, the part that was where the little teeth were breaking off. I peeled that off. It was easy to do that, and then I attached this pad driver. This is actually, I think they call this the Instalock. And this came, I was able to order just this part of it, not that. You can buy the whole pad driver, but I was able to order just this replacement Instalock part, I guess they call it. And you can see it's got a foam. Can you see that? There's a foam insert in there, so it actually gives it a little bit of compression, and perhaps it gives me a little bit of a smoother ride. I'm not sure. But I did glue it on there. It was I think it was I think it was a paper I peeled off, and that was sticking it, and applied it like that. But I also put some screws in there just to be sure. And this has been going for years. It does compress a little bit around the edges here, but it seems to be doing fine. Then maybe a couple of years ago, I took one of these ones here, and I peeled this off, and I thought, I wonder if it would work if I put Velcro on here. I had some heavy-duty Velcro, and so I peeled off the original surface on there, and I glued this Velcro on here, and I had a little bit of the original hooky things there. I left that there because I only had enough to make a strip here of Velcro, that is. And I thought, that maybe that'll work, but unfortunately it doesn't work, because what happens is it doesn't get enough grip. It'll just spin as soon as the pad gets a bit of friction on the carpet. The pad driver will spin on the top of the pad. So unfortunately that doesn't work. It needs a bit more of a hook. So that was a failure. So that's the pad driver, the original one that came with the machine. Definitely a really good pad driver, very heavy duty, but it is quite heavy, quite a bit heavier than the one I'm using. So that is really quite heavy. This is the one that I use all the time. It's a few pounds lighter, and I guess my thought was that if this thing is, all the weight that this has means the motor is going to work harder, and so that's one reason I changed over to this one. And these ones, although they're definitely lighter, the teeth are breaking off like this one. So if you ever you're thinking of buying a pad driver, and you see this is offered to you, definitely don't get this, because they won't last. These two pad drivers over here, these came with I bought another couple of rotaries from a local guy, and these were the pad drivers that came with those rotaries. I'm not sure what brand those rotaries are, actually. Yeah, I don't actually know, because there's no label on them. Maybe I'll show you the rotary in a sec. But so this basically is the Instalock. So this would be made by Malish, I would guess, and I'm trying to look for the name. Oh, here it is over here. Oh, made by Malish. Yeah, so it is a Malish. Malish does make some really good pad drivers. Then I think this is the Instalock. Yeah, it has a little, almost a T shape on the top of the pins there, or whatever. Hooks. Made by Malish. Made by Malish. There's no number on it that I can see. This is the obviously this will be the clutch, and there's no number on this particular one that I can see anyway. So that's those two pad drivers. Those are for the other rotary, which I'll show you that rotary. It's sitting right there. These are my other two MD 180s, and I've got one in pieces over here, sitting right here. New powder coat with a sort of a putty color. I kind of, one of these days I'll rebuild that one. And this is the other rotary that came, that those two pad drivers came with. And it seems to be a really good quality rotary. But so it's there as a backup to my backup and it has the mighty tank on it, which matches the color, so that's kind of cool. I'll pull it out and let you see it. So that's a nice looking machine, and it's just it's not a 2-speed. Oh, wait a minute. Pardon me. It is a 2-speed. I forgot. It is a 2-speed? I haven't played with this thing for so long. I don't even remember if it's a 2-speed or not. Isn't that funny? Let's see. Is it a 2-speed? It's been sitting here for about a year. Aha! Boy, that's a nice tight motor. So, and there's a lot of guys that do use 2-speed machines, and they're very fast, especially in a commercial setting. So if you have a chance to pick up a 2-speed machine, definitely not a bad idea, because you can really fly with them. You just have to be really careful when you're using 2-speed to make sure that you are applying enough solution, because you can run dry really fast, much faster with a 2-speed because of the excess friction that is being created all the time. Hey Billy, what you doing? He was sitting in the sunshine over there. Anyway, that's yeah. Maybe I should. I've actually never taken this thing out on the job yet. Maybe I should do that this week and fiddle around with it a little bit. It doesn't have a light on it though, or the big wheels. So yeah, I'd miss the big wheels. Anyway, back over to the pad drivers. Now, this is my Orbot right here, and the Orbot. This is the original Velcro in here, and I have been able to. I mean, this thing is years old. It's maybe let's see. I think I bought it in 2011. I think. So it's a few years old. I don't actually use it very much though, but it has certainly had a fair amount of use. I prefer to use the Orbotech, which is right there. I like the ergonomics of it much better. But the Orbot uses Velcro, and I find the Velcro works just fine under an OP machine because of the oscillating motion of it. It kind of digs the Velcro in to the pad, and it grips it well. The drawback to Velcro though is when you're using cotton is you will get the Velcro will clog up quite rapidly and be a pain in the butt. Now you can clean it out. It's a little bit tricky. I did a video some time ago where I was showing cleaning my pad driver for my Oric, which is Velcro, and I was showing how that if you get it really good and wet under the tap, you can sort of grab it and pull the cotton out of there. I've done that probably twice to this Velcro, even though it was like clogged up and it was starting to slip. I was able to clean it and keep it going. And this is the original Velcro. I have a replacement Velcro right here, a whole plate and everything, but I've never replaced it on this machine. So just keep that in mind. But the cotton, like the Iron Man, they'll clog up quite quickly on these. That's one reason I don't like using the Ironman under the OP. The two ways, no problem at all. Fiber pads will work fine. The Velcro will work fine with the microfiber, and the of course this is the Supersorb from Orbot that work really well underneath the Orbot as well. They also work fine underneath the Orbitech, as does the microfiber. Everything works fine under the Orbitech with this pad driver. It's the tufted, I guess they call this the tufted pad driver. And this is actually, this is my main commercial machine. I really like this machine. And this, I did replace this pad driver once. I can't remember exactly why. I guess it kind of wore down eventually. But this is the second pad driver, and this thing is like 13 years old or something. Yeah, it's probably 13 or 14 years old now, actually, come to think of it. And I did, because I was curious, I did make another pad driver for this machine. This is actually an Orbitech as well. It just doesn't have the tank on it. I think they call this the, oh, what do they call this thing again? Oh, it'll come to me eventually. But it's basically the same machine, but just doesn't have the tank. And so I ordered in a Malish Instalock, because I thought, maybe that'll work pretty well. And I found that it will work to a point, but it will throw off the microfiber. It'll hold the 2As, and it'll hold the, but I don't think it even holds the Supersorbs very well. It's been so long since I used it. This does limit your choices as far as pads, whereas this pad driver just works fine. It works on everything. So, I guess that's pretty much it for pad drivers, and my thoughts on the pad drivers. So, Instalock works great underneath a Rotary, no problem at all, and which is these ones and that one over there. And the Velcro works fine under an OP, does not work under a Rotary. The Instalock will not work really well for certain pads under an OP, but the tufted pad drivers do work best that and if there's another one out there that I'm not aware of, well, maybe you can put that in the comments or whatever. But so anyway, there's a little bit of information for you guys. Just definitely don't ever get one of these pad drivers. Even for I don't think they even make that for an OP, that particular type of one there. I've never seen that before. I don't know. That's just a really bad design, that one. But anyway, there you go. Hopefully that'll give you a little bit of insight and understanding and information. And this is a Sunday, and we're sitting here in the sun. Hey, Billy? Yeah, that's a boy. Good boy. And just taking it easy today. All right, so I'll let you go and have a good day. I washed my pads and I gotta put it back in the van. Oh, by the way, one more thing I'll point out. These are the hog's hair pads, and these just came out of the washing machine. I put them in with my pads. And you know what? They're doing just fine. I have a front load washer, by the way. Actually, I have my own laundry system. Put this in years ago. I have my own washer and dryer for my pads. So, right there. And then my wife, she has her own laundry over there. So this is just for my pads. So anyway, I'll let you go and have a good day. And Billy, he's gonna want to go for a walk. He has to go for a walk 3 times a day because he won't even poop in his backyard, his own backyard. So I get usually when I'm working, I get up at 6 and we go for a walk every day, and then he has to go for another walk around noon, and then another walk later in the afternoon. So he keeps us moving. Hey, Billy? Right, Billy? All right, I'll let you guys go. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.